Welcome back to Delusional Diaries Podcast. I'm Hallie.
And I'm Jazz. Go to Palm Springs today.
Woo-woo.
So excited. I'm going to Palm Springs for a brand trip with Hyundai. And my grandparents live in Arizona, obviously. And they are actually going to drive from Arizona to come see me in Palm Springs tomorrow.
Hyundai?
In their Hyundai, yeah. If you didn't know, I bought my grandparents a car for Christmas. And they're whipping it to Palm Springs. So super excited to see them. They've been wanting to take a road trip with the new car, and this is their first time.
How far of a drive is it?
It's a little over like 3 hours. Nothing crazy,
that's not
but like
bad.
that's like good for them. You know, it's like a good starter vibe. So
that's cute.
Can't wait.
I've only been to Palm Springs once, and it was with you, and I feel like I had an odd experience there. So like I have a weird vibe of Palm Springs in my head, but it's because we didn't do anything except go to like In-N-Out and like
The Tesla
Chipotle
situation
and the Tesla.
Guys, when we went to Stagecoach, it was like me, Hallie, and our friend Samira, and I rented a Tesla for the weekend.
Which I hate.
First of all, I know she hates them, so I try not to get them, but it was the only car they had available because it was Stagecoach weekend. So that's what we ended up with. And this car died. Like, I was like, oh, here's a charger. We go there. It wasn't getting charged. We had to Uber. It was a whole situation. It was just, it was rough.
How we were that dumb.
We were like
let
screaming at each other. Well, there wasn't any chargers around, but like I didn't know that.
And then
like,
she was like, oh, wait, we're not going to make it. So we stopped in a Nissan fucking dealership
to
and
charge
we
the car.
plugged it in. Somebody unplugged it. We left it for the whole night. We abandoned this
Yeah,
thing.
we like literally had to Uber and go somewhere else. Like, we'll get it in the morning. No big deal. Came
somebody
back.
unplugged it.
Yeah, it had literally no charge.
And then I think we like barely made it.
No,
to,
we sat in the parking lot for like an hour and a half until we had enough charge to like go to a supercharger. It was quite the experience.
So
we were just
Elon Musk.
Yeah,
I hate a Tesla.
obviously, and we were just screaming at each other. And Samira was like in the back seat, very scared.
Yeah. So that was rough. But so that's my only really an experience in Palm Springs. And like I feel like we didn't do the Palm
we
Springs
didn't.
things. Like I'm like, where are the cute things? Because we actually just went to In-N-Out and
I
didn't
love
do
In-N-Out.
anything real there. So I would love to go back to Palm Springs at some point and like get the Palm Springs experience because I feel like I see the Kardashians and all these people from LA go and everybody loves it. So
I like Palm Springs. It's a good vibe, good temperature,
Okay.
good area.
it'll be nice. It'll be warm, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. But guys, we got to go to the Super Bowl. That was crazy.
So crazy.
Had a great time. Very happy with the outcome. I'm super excited for the new episode of Abbott Elementary where they address the win. I think it's going to be really good. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I am so glad that the Eagles had the game that they did because I think if you were like a diehard Chiefs fan, that game would have been a really tough watch, especially in person because the vibes were just like only giving Eagles. There was no real even cheers or wins for the Chiefs.
They didn't have like a single good thing happen the entire
No.
game, which is like tough for them, obviously.
It would have been a really, really tough watch. We were so hyped. It was
I was
so
having a
fun.
great time. I was flying like an eagle. I knew all the cheers.
Yeah.
I was having a great time. High-fiving random people.
So fun. Definitely a super cool experience. Like the best game experience I've ever had because I feel like obviously it's
the Super Bowl. Yeah.
The halftime show. I will say when we first watched it, like live in person, they just like, and I totally get why, but they do not give a fuck about the people there. It is the vocals are not, it's like, I'm thinking it's going to be the Eras tour. I'm like, yes, like whatever.
It's so loud you can't hear a thing. I couldn't understand a single word. No,
they just didn't I feel like they just didn't care. So like it was so
it was volume
echoey.
to the max.
Yeah, it was so echoey. You just couldn't understand anything. So we watched it and like also you couldn't see anything. And half the time the big screens were black.
Yeah, they
during
didn't
the
have anything on the
performance.
screens most of the time. But not only that, we were in like an end zone. So we were seeing from like not a straightforward view.
Yeah.
We were seeing directly from the side. So we were like seeing things you weren't supposed to see that weren't visually supposed to be there because it was made for TV.
Yeah, it's fully obviously made for TV, which I understand there's 60,000 people at the stadium and there's hundreds of millions of people watching on like at home. So I fully get why. And it's no shade to anybody. It was just kind of like, everyone's like, how was halftime?
Everyone's like, what's your thoughts? I'm like, I don't know yet. I need to go home and watch it.
Yeah. Like we're literally like squinting. Also, we're like, who is that? And then we're like, oh, SZA. Like we didn't realize. We just like saw a girl come out. Like we didn't see Serena Williams.
Yeah, we couldn't see any of the stuff.
We just couldn't see. You couldn't even see the way they were dancing or anything. Again, from where we were sitting. Maybe if you were on the other side, like where it was actually facing.
Straightforward.
But either way, I think ultimately it's made for TV. So then I went home and watched it like on TikTok and stuff. And I was like, oh wait, that ate. It was so good.
Yeah.
But I had no thoughts at the actual.
There was nothing you'd even see to be able to give thoughts to at like in the actual time frame. But yeah, that was really cool. Great experience. New Orleans was great too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin and Reed came and we just went out basically and
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. The traffic was fucking insane. The airport experience was
it was
horrendous,
wild.
But it's like, no shit, it's going to be like that. Like, I feel like you could have just expected that fully.
We saw Martha Stewart. She was really hammered.
Oh, yeah. And we saw
Post Malone.
Oh, yeah, we met Post
Took
Malone.
a picture with him.
We literally were walking.
He has to be on Ozempic. I'm sorry. He is so skinny. He used to be like a bigger guy.
I guess maybe. I don't know.
Did he not?
I don't know.
I feel like he was. But I was like, literally, where is his waist?
Yeah.
He had none.
Yeah. It was funny because the last time I was there, I stayed at the Windsor Court, which is a really nice hotel.
Yeah.
But I was there not Super Bowl. I was there like 2 weeks prior doing something. And I stayed there and it's like, I don't know, I think it was like $400 a night when I Googled it. Like, it wasn't that crazy. But then we like went there for just an event and like the hotel situation was just so crazy in New Orleans. As you could expect, I actually saw that apparently they're going to not be doing the Super Bowl there for a while because they just don't have the capacity, which makes sense, like for hotels and stuff.
Oh, in New
to
Orleans,
hold
you
that
mean?
many people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that makes
Vegas
sense.
does make sense because I feel like their hotel situation is so insane that they're fully prepared for that. But there's not that many like tall ass.
Is that where it was
huge
last year?
hotels. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I saw that my dad was saying that they weren't going to do it in New Orleans again for a while, even though it was a really fun place. Like, I'm so glad it was in New Orleans because I had so much fun going out there, even more fun than I feel like I would have in Vegas because I love New Orleans. But anyway, the hotel I stayed at last time, we went there for an event and then Post Malone was like getting out of the car and staying there and I was like, oh shit. Like, that hotel for the weekend of the Super Bowl obviously must have been so insane because our hotel that we stayed in was very tiny, which like obviously I totally get. I was happy to stay literally there at all, but obviously it was really small because like the hotel situation was just crazy. So I'm like, and I feel like our hotel was probably expensive, so I can't even imagine how much that hotel would have been. Like, actually crazy. Like, Post Malone's affording it. So.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Crazy work. Yeah. So many people are having like rough times, like finding places to stay and stuff.
Yeah.
Airbnbs or whatever it was.
Yeah. Brand like stayed at like the country inn and it was
like
scary.
super far away. Like,
yeah.
he was calling it out east.
Yeah. It was wild.
Anyway, but overall, really great experience. New Orleans is really fun.
I liked the place we went that was like boot scooting or something like that. I accidentally called it boot scooting boogie, but
Oh,
I like that bar. They have a mechanical bowl, multiple levels, and a pool table, which is like a great vibe to me.
yeah. It was a good bar. It was very well rounded. There was lots there. Really fun vibes.
I did lose my bracelet on the mechanical bowl. I was really scared, but Kevin did find it in the mechanical bowl the next day.
Yeah, I also lost my Tarte Hermes bracelet. I'm pretty sure I lost on the bowl as well because I had it that night, and then it is off my wrist, and it has to have been on the bowl.
I will say that's one thing that's really great about documenting literally everything is if you lose anything, you can just find it in your camera roll like when you last had it.
Yeah. I was like looking at photos, and I was like, oh, I had it here, and then I'm like, oh, it's gone.
Didn't have it there.
Yeah, so that is upsetting. I did not find mine. She is gone. It's okay. Sorry, Tarte, but
They'll probably send you a new one. Let's be real.
I don't think that they will. I feel like they had enough controversy with it.
They sent Kennedy like fake Birkin bags for her dogs today.
Oh,
and
really?
they gave her a bracelet on
That's
that
funny.
trip.
I haven't posted anywhere also that like I lost it.
Yeah.
Because I felt bad. But it is what it is. Also, this is really TMI, but I was coming here and I was like, oh my God, I realized I'm on my period at this exact moment.
Why are you wearing an entire white outfit?
I didn't. That's what I was getting at. I didn't know. I was like, literally, I was actually walking out the door and then I realized like I was peeing and I was like, oh, fuck. And then I was like, I don't have time to change this because my fucking dogs got an entire brand new roll of toilet paper and shredded the entire thing into the tiniest pieces you've ever seen all over my apartment. Like, my entire apartment looked like it had confetti everywhere. And I had to pick up all these little pieces while they're actively still trying to eat all of the little pieces. It was really scary. So I didn't have time for any of this.
Wow, you had
a afternoon.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Speaking of Super Bowl, just to go back there, I want Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift to break up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know, crazy. But him Trump has said so many like fucked up things about Taylor Swift. And if my boyfriend was like, yeah, what an honor to have him here. I don't give a fuck if it's the president. That is actually crazy work. I'd actually be pissed about it. Like I would be so upset.
Yeah. It feels like to me, because I feel like maybe you could get really caught off guard with that question. You don't know how to answer it and you don't want to like say something bad, but at the same time, I do feel like you have to know that if you hear that the president's coming, you have to know in a press interview, like they're going to ask that question. I feel like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, but
so
also
like
plenty
you have
of
to come up with an answer, like prepared ahead of time.
But plenty of other people were also asked that question and like didn't have a hard time like giving a normal answer.
No, I know. I just, yeah.
Also, like he does press all the time. I feel like that's not like a hard thing. Like that was a choice that he actively made, in my opinion.
Yeah, and honor is crazy. I feel like you could just kind of be like, I also didn't realize the Chiefs kicker was the.
Oh, you didn't?
The guy. I didn't piece it together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He didn't play that entire game. Isn't that so funny?
That's really satisfying.
I got my Valentine's Day gift yesterday. I was very excited. I had no idea what it was, but I got a Squishmallow. That's not shocking at all. But Kevin also got me the next, not the next, it's not like a series, but a new Penelope Douglas book. It's called something 57. And I'm looking forward to reading that. And he also booked himself a spot in a workshop at the Apple Store for an iPhone photography class, which I was very shocked by because Kevin takes very bad photos. And I think I've just bitched about it enough that he was like, I need to do something about this. And he booked a class and I'm very excited for him to take that.
That's really funny. I do feel like it's going to be a lot of like senior people.
That's
who,
what I said to him.
Don't know how to use an iPhone, period. And so I wonder how much it will help, but I hope it
But
does.
there's specific classes for certain things.
Okay.
Like, and I think he picked one that like makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's like a beginner iPhone tutorial, you know? It's specific to
that should be good.
So
hopefully he comes back with some new skills.
Yeah. One can only hope.
That'll be really fun. It's not Valentine's Day yet. BTW when we're filming this. This will come out after Valentine's Day, but
we're out of town, so I got it early.
Yeah. I don't know what my Valentine's Day looks like. Stay tuned. I said I wasn't gonna read anything, but then I decided, because I was like, oh, I don't think men deserve gifts on Valentine's. But then I was kind of like, okay, I was just walking past Aloe and I was like, he always wears these same sweatpants that are like gray from Aloe. And they have like a paint stain on them and I'm really sick of looking at them. So I got him like a brown, same version of the sweatpants. I
feel like a lot of gifts that women get men are like gifts for themselves. Yeah. That makes sense.
That's how it felt. It was just like, I don't want to look at you wearing this anymore. I also got him a pair of, like, again, paint stained. When we painted the house, he stained these shorts that he wears constantly. And they're like low-key camouflage. And I think Reed has really good style, actually. Like for a guy, he picks out all his own clothes and he knows all the trends and everything. But I can't stand these shorts either that he always wears. They're just like from Lululemon or something. But I'm like, we're going to replace them with these. So there's some new Aloe shorts. So hopefully he likes those. Also, I'm going to make, just because I honestly want to make a video about it and I feel like it'll be funny. I've seen a bunch of people make those sour straw or sour strip bouquets where it's like you fold it and put it on a skewer. So I'm going to try and attempt to make that because I saw it on TikTok and then I ordered the stuff. And I don't know. I'll probably fail, but
I feel like you'll do good at it.
Maybe. I feel like it can't be that hard.
Speaking of Hallie doing good at things, bachelorette's next week. Hallie's just staying on her grind. I'm so excited to see everything come together.
Yeah, me too.
Our second bedroom in the apartment is literally just boxes. Like it's every single day. Hallie's like having another box for like bachelorette stuff, and like that entire room is just filled with shit. Still not sure how we're gonna get it all to the Bahamas, but that's like a next week problem, if I'm being honest.
It's not even the fitting. I think we can make stuff fit, but I'm like scared it's going to be very overweight. And like I guess we can just pay the overweight fees, but I'm like,
I don't know. I don't think it's a weight thing. Nothing's that heavy.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like it'll add up so quick. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe. But I'm really, really, really excited. I'm like, wow, it's finally, we've been planning this for like
so
a hot
crazy.
minute. And like now it's like finally showing up.
It's felt so far away and it's so weird that it's actually happening.
Yeah. So I feel about like wedding stuff in general.
Yeah. no, it's actually, your wedding doesn't exist in my head. Like, it's not actually going to happen, but it is.
I know. I feel like you've been talking about it for so long. And it's like, oh, like that's actually getting like kind of fucking soon.
I know. Like, everybody is like talking us, and I'm just like, oh, you know, whatever. But like, our friend's wedding is like in a year, and I don't know. I'm like, that's going to come so soon.
So fast.
So far away.
I don't feel like she realizes how fast it's going to come.
No, I know. It's so crazy.
But I officially am done planning as of this week. I signed off on everything. I have nothing left to do.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Which is like, now I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I do it to send out invitations. That's like the one thing. But everything else is completely done.
Yeah.
Which is like freaky.
I got a wedding invite in the mail, and the guy who lived there before us was named William, and I just like saw William, and like that's Reed's last name, so I was like, oh, like our wedding invite's here, and I like opened it up, and it was just like, oh, this is not. Like whatever. And I'm like, kind of weird to invite somebody to your wedding you don't have an updated address.
I mean, when you have 200 people in a spreadsheet, like, I mean, I ask people, but I know someone's going to go out wrong.
I guess,
like,
yeah.
Especially because it's like, you can have like, I like Kevin's parents' friends, you know, like I'm not sure if they've moved, you know?
Yeah,
and like, they're not all updating
I
that.
guess if they're not super close.
Yeah.
If it's like a big wedding, yeah. But I was just like, oh, period. I was like, should I go?
Just pop up.
He was in like fucking Florida. But yeah, I'm excited to get my invite. But I did think it was your invite. And I was like, oh, wow. Their invite was like, it was like extremely thick. It was like this piece of cardboard. I was like, oh, it's interesting.
Wedding invites.
Yeah.
There's so many things you
Looked
could do with them.
expensive. Like, it was just like, I was like, damn.
Yeah, if it's that thick, it probably has had hella stamps on it.
Yeah. Brands not asking for your address.
Guys, we both moved in September. I lived in Denver in 2021. I have people who will move into my apartment in Denver, message me, like find me on Instagram, be like, hey, I got a package of yours. I'm like, I have not lived there in 4 years. And like, this happens every single time. And I think people think that you can just like message every brand you've worked with and be like, hey, here's my updated address. I give my address out to probably like upwards of 50 brands a year.
Yeah.
I would say. And sometimes I give my address to an agency, and an agency itself can have 50 brands that they will give your address to.
Yeah.
And so it's not like you just message one person and be like, please update this. It's like, you don't know until a package shows up that they don't have your updated address, because they don't ask every single time before they send something if your address is still current.
It is just so wasteful, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's one, I think that like if you're sending a PR package, I'm just using a rough like number, but like I feel like you have a 50-50 chance maybe of somebody posting about it, period. Like you could send them the product. There's no guarantee that you're going to get a post. You have no idea if the person's going to post it. And then I feel like you're already at like these odds, and then when you don't know if you're even sending it to the right address, you're lowering those odds of you actually getting a post out of sending that product out by so much more. And it's just so weird, because also a lot of times too, it's like, I don't want this. Like, I will not use this. Either one, I'm super stocked up on the product. I do not need more of this, and I don't have the room to put 5 more of these hairsprays or moisturizers or whatever it is in my vanity. And it's just really odd, because I feel like it's so wasteful on the brand's part. And I mean, I do always make sure that it goes somewhere where people are going to use those products.
Yeah.
But it's just also like not a super, and I know this is such a like first
Champagne
world
problem.
champagne problem, but it is super frustrating to have these products build up constantly and have to be constantly like trying to give them away and make sure they go somewhere, when it's like, I didn't even want this product in the first place. Why are you sending me it? And I know that sounds like ungrateful. It's not to be like that at all. It's just it's
also like an inconvenience for other people. Like the girl who lives in my most recent apartment messages me like once a week, like, hey, got a new package. And it's like stuff that's customized for me. Like, it's stuff for my dogs, or like stuff that has my name on it. Like, I tell her to just keep it if it makes sense for her to keep it. But like half the time I'm like having to coordinate with her, and I feel bad for her, because like it's not her problem that she had chose to live in this apartment that I previously lived in.
Yeah, definitely. Just, I don't know. I feel like all it takes, because I appreciate so much when a brand sends out like a very clear, like, hey, we're doing a new mailer for this product. If you'd like to receive, please send, your updated address by end, like whatever day. And then you can decide, okay, like would I use that maybe? Because I'm also just trying to be less wasteful in general and not get 500,000 products, because I have so many. So if it's not something where I'm like, you know, I know I'm going to use that, or like, oh my gosh, I'm dying to try these Rhode lip liners, I will just pass on it and like be like, hey, not this time. Thank you though. Consider me in the future for other things. But I don't know. So I just don't like the randomly sending things out without asking, because I also think, and listen, this is no tea, no shade. I love Tarte so much, but they literally sent an iPad to my house because I gave them my address in the summer. Sent an iPad to my house, which I wanted and I was so excited for. Thank you so much, Tarte, for the iPad. But it sat in the rain for weeks, like outside of my house doesn't have like a doorman, obviously. So it would just like my packages pile up there, and I really don't like stuff going there because I just know it's going to get ruined and bugs can get in it, and it's just gross, especially if it's perishable or like whatever. And the iPad was okay, and I do use it literally every single day, and it actually like was my saving grace of life. Like,
you know how people say like, people say, I saw a TikTok once and they were like, you're not unorganized, your life isn't a mess, you just don't have an iPad. That's how I feel about you.
Yeah.
You got an iPad and it changed your life. Like, I genuinely don't think you could, no offense, I don't think you could have been a maid of honor without an iPad.
No.
Like, this iPad changed you as a person. It changed your course of life and how you go about being organized and how you go about like planning things and having a calendar and knowing what's going on and how you communicate with people. Like, you are not a good person without an iPad.
No, I'm not.
You are actually a pill to deal with without an iPad. I don't know how
I was operating prior to the iPad. Like, how was I doing brand deals and how was I doing literally anything? I don't know. And it's like, you guys, this is the best part of the iPad is I downloaded like the cheapest free planner app on my iPad that ever exists. Like, it's literally just this little tiny planner that you could also do like on a piece of paper. Like, it's nothing revolutionary, but for some reason this thing has changed my life, but it's not synced with my phone. So, and I don't know.
I always call Hallie, I'm like, hey, can we record at XYZ time? She's like, I don't have my iPad. So like, that is the one shitty part about this is like, you don't sync anything with your phone.
Well, because this app like actually cannot be synced. Like, it's not possible. Like, it's like,
I just don't buy that.
It's like a free planner. I don't even have a login on this. It's a free planner. It's just
I just feel like there's probably a subscription you could upgrade to where you could like not make this be a thing.
But anyway, and you can only use it by writing on it with the app, like the pencil. It's not like you can also like, it's not text. Like, it's only writing. Anyway, and so I have that. I'm strapped with that iPad on me 24/7, except if I'm like literally out like right now, but at home, like, it's always around me. And I do everything on the iPad. I love it so much.
Like, I genuinely, that's Tarte. I have so much space for you that I hold filled with love.
Tarte, you changed my life with that iPad.
You made her a tolerable human.
No, it's actually so true. But it was crazy to send it to, like, just send out an iPad and not have the updated address.
The amount of times you would like text me and ask me a question and I would just respond with check your email because like I was over it.
I've never,
like, now that's not even a thing because like you have your iPad.
This is really bad. Like, I am not technologically advanced in the slightest. Like, I am not actually even I don't even know how to use things weird. I have never used a Google Calendar in my life, nor do I know how to access it. Like, I'm telling you, people say I sent a calendar invite and I'm like, I don't know how to go to this. I just
like whenever me and Hallie, like even to this day, like even with iPad, like whenever we have like a meeting together, like we're like on like a Google Hangout or a Zoom, whatever, like you will always see Hallie on her phone. Like, it's always just like the vertical thing, not horizontal, because like she doesn't use
I don't own a computer.
Else.
I don't own a computer. Actually, well, I have a computer from 2017. That's it. So it's almost like 10 years old. It's in my it's at my house, like buried under like a bunch of shit, like whatever. Because I actually don't think it can even turn on.
One day, like I needed a computer to do something like business related at Hallie's apartment like years ago. I was like, she's like, I don't have a charger. I don't think it was like the most. It was.
I don't have a charger.
I was like, I should have just gone home. Like, this was so.
No,
frustrating.
I actually like. I don't know how to use a computer. I also don't know how to type. I only know how to type like this.
It's so bad.
Okay, because in middle school when we took our keyboarding class,
Mavis Beacon.
Yes.
I love Mavis Beacon. I still play it.
I think my professor like died during the middle. Like, it was like something like, or something happened where my class got canceled. And then it was like, I didn't end up taking the keyboarding class. So I never learned how to.
I feel like you could just.
I could have like, I guess in the future, it was just like, I feel like that was like, it's again like.
Did you not like go on Facebook on your computer and like do stuff?
I guess I did it on like my iPod probably, or like I would do it.
Okay.
Maybe I would do it on my computer, but I probably typed like this, like whatever. And then I never learned to type like with all your fingers like this.
What about like when you wrote a paper?
I would either speak it into my phone or I would type it on my phone because I can text really fast. Or I would, like if I did use the computer, I type like
Thank
this.
God
like,
TikTok didn't get banned.
No, I know. Imagine me working in corporate.
You don't even know what this movie is because you're too young. But like for people who are watching who are my age, if you guys watch the movie Life Size, like when Tyra Banks goes into the office, she's just like trying to like type. That's how I imagine Hallie would be if she like had to go to a corporate job.
I want to say before whatever.
I'm not saying you're stupid.
No, I know, but I'm saying like I don't want it to sound like I'm incompetent and I couldn't get a job or something.
No,
like,
that's not what I'm saying.
No, but I will say like yes, I don't have like proper office skills by any means, but I did like work.
But she does sign her emails best.
I do. Well, because I worked at a celebrity stylist. I interned for a
Today
celebrity
she's
stylist.
screen sharing with me or on FaceTime and she's like, best, Hallie Kate.
Because they would always make us sign that. So like it's just like now what I sign every email is like best Hallie. Because I feel like it's like very neutral. Also, it's nice, but it's not like thank you so much, like queen, but it's also not like I don't know, you know when some like are kind of rude and you're like, oh, I don't like that one. I feel like best you can't go wrong with that. But yeah, I interned for a celebrity stylist and I did type bajillion emails there every single day on a computer. I can type very quickly. It's just like this. It's not giving cute.
Yeah.
You know, if you walk by, you'd be like, the fuck is she doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I could learn how to type. Maybe I could take some keyboarding classes. I don't know.
Maybe speaking's a really fun game.
I just am like, I just don't feel like it's a necessary life skill. I know that sounds crazy, but I just am like, I've gotten this far without it and I just am fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but I am always like, I do every Zoom, everything from my phone. Like, or sometimes the iPad. But the problem is I could not figure out how to turn that fucking iPad Zoom that follows you off. So I'd be moving around on like a Zoom and it'd like be following me and everyone's like, what's happening? Like, and I was like, turn it off.
Did you figure it out?
I think so.
Okay, that's good. Oh my gosh. When we were in New Orleans, I literally slept in my makeup every single night.
Yeah, it was because we were drinking.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Like that's fully just like on me. But I woke up, I was like, where are my facial radiance pads from First Aid Beauty? I need to get my skin better because I literally need to put makeup back on again. So it's like clean surface, you know?
Yeah, they are the best for like exfoliating. Like when you just like have like makeup, you feel like it's caked in your skin. I feel like it really does. After a nice face wash, it just gets everything all out. And
Yeah, like all the remnants
fresh
of
face.
the night before.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely love those. And the perfect like thing to use before you start your makeup routine all over again.
Yeah, it is. You wipe your makeup off, use the facial radiance pads, and then you
got a good new base.
Back on. Yep. If you guys want to get the facial radiance pads for yourself, you can go to firstaidbeauty.com. That's firstaidbeauty.com/diaries, DIARIES for 20% off.
Yep. You can use it on the entire website. So you can get your ultra repair cream, which I will also be packing for the bachelorette this next week because we're going to the Bahamas and it's, hot and I want my skin to look nice and smooth and shiny in the pictures.
Yes, for sure. You can get KP Bump Bracer. I love using it to scrub all my self tanner off. The under eye cream is great. It's nice and brightening.
Yeah.
They have lots of good stuff. So make sure you go to firstaidbeauty.com/diaries, DIARIES for 20% off the whole First Aid Beauty website.
Period.
Influencers copying one another. There's been a lot of tea on this. I feel like in the last week, there's been actually 18 instances of videos about this.
I hate drama. I hate drama. I'm also just like, there's no such thing as being original anymore, especially in like the niche influencer space. Like you didn't.
I think there is. I think it's hard and it does vary case by case.
For these certain scenarios, there's no form of originality.
I don't know. Like, did you see the Wishbone Kitchen one?
That was intentional.
Yeah, that's
not the same thing though. That's okay. I think that's not what I'm referring to right now.
I think it's hard because I do think yes, I think that's what TikTok is. Like everybody's copying each other. It is whatever.
Everyone's getting inspiration from different people.
I think if you are blatantly copying someone like multiple times, it's a different story. Like I think it's just hard, but like I think if it's very clear the intention is like this person wants to be me. Like this person is like copying my this, that, they're using the same captions as me, they're doing this, whatever. But it is hard to be like this, it like is mine. I own this, you know what I'm saying? For a lot of things.
Yeah. No, it is. But you can like normally tell when something is like intentional. But also just I hate bringing drama online.
Yeah.
Like I think I just like message the person.
I know. And you know, I think it's always better to err on the side of caution and like just throw the person a tag if you are inspired by them. Like I personally, like this past weekend when we were at the Super Bowl, I did this like transition, and I don't think Greta came up with it. She's the one whose video I saw, so it's just like whatever. I'm just gonna tag her just in case she did come up with this transition, and then I'm like stealing it, like type of thing. Even though I don't think she was gonna come at me for it, but I was just like whatever. I'd rather just be like inspo, whatever. This is where I got the video from.
But that's the point though. It's like that you did get inspo, so you tagged it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like I know some of you bitches get inspo and don't fucking tag it.
I mean, I see that all the time, and it is like a little bit annoying, but it's
my thing is where I get annoyed is like, you know how like TikTok now you can see when someone favorites your video?
Yeah.
If I see you fucking favorite my video and I see you create that fucking video and it's something that like, you wouldn't have done otherwise, and it's like not a trend, it's like something that I just do on my own, yeah, you should fucking be tagging me.
I agree. Like ultimately, like I definitely see videos. I saw one like not too long ago where I did something and the next day, same video is made. However, I don't think I own the concept.
It depends on what it is.
I'm not going to sit there and be like, whatever. Like I don't think I own the concept.
But that's the whole point.
But
Is like
I know it came from me. You know
my thing is it's the same with everything. It's like if I see that, like, am I annoyed? Yeah. Guess what? I'm going to bitch about it to you. I just think that is so fucking high school behavior. There's just no need to be acting like that. Like, be an adult.
It's not that serious unless you really think. I also think like a personal message on the side first or something like, hey girl, like, you know, whatever.
I just think that also like as a whole, creators and influencers get so much hate from the outside world. Why are we beefing with each other?
Yeah.
There's what?
I agree. Yeah.
Like, I feel like we should be okay with each other and like let everyone else be fucking haters.
I think you as an influencer, you should try to give as much credit as possible when you can. It is hard sometimes because I feel like I do something and I'm like, well, I've seen like 3 people do this. Like, do I credit somebody? Do I not?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. So it is hard, but I do feel like if you saw something from somebody and it's pretty clear like this was a relatively original video, it's easy to just be like, hey, like in the caption, you can put it at the very, very bottom of the caption where nobody's even actually reading it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's hard. I understand it from both perspectives of kind of feeling like, girl, you got that from me, but also feeling like, is it that deep? You know? I don't think anybody's really doing anything groundbreaking. And also think it's flattering, like, even though, like, for example, like Alex Earl started doing Get Ready With Me's. She did not invent a Get Ready With Me. I don't think anybody needs to be tagging her for Get Ready With Me.
Yeah.
However, so many people want to be her and want to like do the exact same type of content as her. Like she kind of revolutionized the Get Ready With Me in a sense of the way she did it. It's not original by any means, but obviously I think a lot of people are taking inspiration from her. Do I think any videos are a tag? Absolutely not. But I think it's almost flattering to her. Like you created this whole style of content almost that people want to copy. Like imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And I would feel like, damn, I did that if I were her, you know?
But I think it also like goes back to like size. Like if at her point, like, yeah, she doesn't need a tag now,
No.
you know, but like when someone like copies another smaller creator, it's like, okay, like you would want the tag and it's valid to want the tag for that reason.
No, agree. Obviously, it's a different story when you have like not as many followers and the tag would actually probably help you out versus like Alex Earl doesn't need anybody tagging her to like put them on her.
Another thing too. Okay.
Back to her. Sorry, just really fast.
Yeah, you're good.
I didn't realize she was in 4 Super Bowl commercials. That's crazy. I mean, obviously, we didn't watch the commercials, period, because
they don't have them at the game, which I have a problem with. I think they should just put them on the screen.
Yeah, I thought they were going to. They only played 1, which was very odd. They played the women's flag football.
It was because the NFL is like doing a thing with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cute. The girl was there that did it, and I thought that was super cute. I loved it. I just was like, oh, why is just this one?
Because it was their commercial.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was an NFL one.
Because they love women.
I mean, love that. I thought that there was like a Nike one too that was so good with like Sha'Carri Richardson and Caitlin Clark and stuff. Anyway, but yeah, I was like, that is some girl boss stuff. Has anybody ever been in 4 Super Bowl commercials? Like that's a lot.
Yeah, the Carl's Jr. one was crazy.
I didn't see it actually. I saw like the clips of
that's
it.
What
I didn't see the whole thing. She looked amazing.
So good.
I don't understand why it's bad. Like people were really mad at it.
About what?
The Carl's Jr. They're like it's glorifying like eating a burger. I was like, what?
I didn't see anything like that.
I think it's giving. I thought she looked really good.
Yeah,
I think
also, they
funny.
used to do those all into the 2000s, and they're bringing them back for that.
I know. I think people are kind of alluding to like, this is my thing. I feel like Alex Earl does eat burgers. Like she
No, she does.
I think like I think what people are trying to say is like back in the 2000s when like the kind of like Coke like not eating ED kind of thing was a big thing. I feel like people were trying to say, you know, then they have these girls eating burgers that like don't eat burgers, but I don't know.
Well, maybe they do Coke and eat burgers.
I know. I feel like you don't really know, but I don't know. But I do think Alex Earl eats a burger, and I think that she looked really good, and I thought that was cute.
You can still be an influencer. I don't know why people like I don't think that or something.
Like it's done.
Yeah, but I'm like, can you grow as fast anymore? No, but also at the same time, like Alex Earl blew up like what, like 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like it's impossible. Like it can still happen. Like that's like no one blows up like in that time frame in general. But like you can have a slow and steady growth. Like who's stopping you? Like I don't get the bitching when you can just pick up your phone.
Yeah, I did comment that back to somebody the other day because I was really over it. Because somebody's like, I hate influencers. Like, geez, I wish my life could be this easy. And I'm like, then pick up your phone and do it. No, literally.
Like, I just don't get it.
I understand there's certain
things where I'm like, I get the frustration, but I'm also like, if you wish that was you, that people will say, I wish I could just be lazy and do that. I'm like, then pick up your phone. Like, I don't get it.
I agree. I think that you have, like, we have no special advantages that brought us to this point other than that we just
picked up our phone.
Did it. I mean, obviously, like, of course, I have like white privilege and stuff like that, but it's like there's a lot of influencers also. I think that there's this connotation that, oh, every influencer has all this money, and you know, it does make it a lot easier when you have a lot of money to make like a little aesthetic vlog that blows up because everyone's like, oh my gosh, wait, her mom has Birkins, and I think those videos can do really well really easily. But
also, like,
we both don't have that.
I literally was hungover eating food.
Yeah.
You know, like I guarantee half of y'all are hungover eating food.
No,
like
100%.
Pop up your fucking camera.
That's what I'm saying. Like you really can make content
you may get
about
shit
anything.
on for fucking being hungover, but you know,
yeah, no, it's true. But you can make content about anything in the world as long as it's entertaining to people, and everyone is capable of doing it. There's obviously privileges and advantages that people have, but at the end
like
of the
you
day,
have a phone.
If you think it's so easy, oh my god, literally just do it. Like actually just do it.
Yeah, like
but you won't because it's hard when people are not watching your videos and then you're getting hate comments and all of this stuff and whatever because you don't. It's like you're scared of the rejection, which is totally fine because I've been there too.
Yeah,
but we just pushed through it.
Guys, I had literally 2 drinks last night. I'm like,
you feel hungover?
Not even hungover. I'm like, there's nothing in my brain.
Oh, okay.
Like. Not even 2. I had like 1.5.
Yeah. You definitely didn't drink a lot.
No.
Yeah, we had a cute little dinner with Show Me Your Moo. And then the girls were like, oh, let's go out. And they were like coming in from LA. So we're like, okay. So we just went to the Spaniard with them. And I just be on my not drinking. I don't know. I just can't get myself to drink at things where I'm like, the next time I drink, I think is going to be your batch, which is only like a little over a week away. But I've been really trying to just be like more conscious in general.
Yeah.
But also, again, like I feel like you are down to have a little bit of a cash cocktail. Like you'll have 1 or 2. It's just for me, I'm like, I actually see no point in that because I will feel nothing. Like it just won't be giving enough for me to do that. I don't know.
I mean, I don't do it often.
No, you don't. But I'm saying, like, I feel like you can stop. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh, I need 8 because now I have to feel something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
so I just don't want to do it.
I get what you're saying. But
like you only had literally 1.
Also, like, we never said we were done drinking. Like, people keep coming to my videos like, I thought you were done drinking. We took a month off.
Also, we used to drink 4 days a week. This
like we're being light.
Also, I'm sorry. We were in New Orleans for the Super Bowl.
Also, like, we don't have to justify drinking. Like we're not alcoholics. Like
no, but either way, I'm sorry.
But it is so frustrating.
I'm sorry. If you even drink a little bit, that's where you're gonna drink the fucking Super Bowl in New Orleans. Are you kidding me? Yeah, like no shit. Actually, I didn't even drink at the game at all. I didn't have a single drink. I'm just saying like the vibes there and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna drink the weekend that we're there. No shit, you would too. But we're not just go. We used to like, just go to random dinners and have like 5 drinks for no reason.
Not even 5, like 10.
Yeah, and so that's a big difference in my opinion. I've really had this entire year Like I probably only had like, that sounds bad, but like 6 drinks each night maybe. Like I didn't have that many. Maybe like,
Yeah, like
let's just say I had 15 drinks over the course of the weekend. Fine. And then I had 2 drinks before that, the weekend before, because it was February and it was like February 1st. So I've had 17 drinks this entire year. I used to do that in literally in a night. A night.
Literally, me and Hallie, when we used to go out, like we go to the liquor store, get a bottle of Casamigos, and that shit was 3/4 of the way gone by the time we even headed out on Thursday night.
Yeah. We'd have to buy like multiple bottles for the weekend. We wouldn't even make it through the weekend without. And we were like acting broke as fuck too. We'd be like begging brands to send like Casamigos, like, please.
And we were like literally, there's no reason to be acting like that. But like multiple bottles. Our pre-games were just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
For like, but the thing is, the reason we would get through 3/4 of the bottle is because our pre-games would be 3 hours, just me and Hallie.
Yeah.
Like
just on live.
Just
like
on live, beating the same topic into the ground, doing nothing for no reason. Like.
Yeah. I kind of do miss it. I'm going to be real. It was fun. But.
We had a great time.
My liver, I don't know if it could go back to that.
No, I definitely couldn't.
I actually, like, I'd be so scared to, like, you know, that I met my younger self for coffee. Like, if I met my younger self for a drink, I'd be fucking terrified.
Like younger self when?
Have you seen those trends? Like,
you mean like younger self, like us
like
when we were out? Yeah.
Like, I'm so scared of her. Like.
No, we were scary.
I don't know how it was, like, functioning. I actually don't understand. I have, like, a martini now. I'm like, oh, my God, my stomach hurts. I cannot imagine.
You were just like, we were in like, we had like a routine.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat. I would be on my 4th day of like drinking. No. Can't do it.
Like I would literally like puke all day, then go back out at night.
That was the craziest part. Like she would genuinely be puking till 7 p.m. And like,
well, the thing is, if I didn't go out with you, who would you have gone out with?
No, I appreciate it obviously, and I feel like
sorry that I'm a girl's girl.
We both had.
Sorry, I'm a good friend. Sorry, I put others before myself.
FOMO of what we were gonna miss on a night out when like. I can't explain this. Like we would be like, what if something happens tonight and we miss out on it, but we were not even going to be there for it. Do you know? But it's like
no one was ever home.
Yeah.
And also no one was ever even out. Like literally, and if they were, like we didn't want to talk to them. We just wanted to talk to ourselves.
No, guys would come up and it would be like, we're good. Thank you. I was also way fugglier then, so I don't even know why a guy would come up to me, period. But
yeah, we had a time.
Yeah.
But all good things must come to an end.
Yeah, it's okay.
Guys, Hallie and I've had a lot of plastic surgery, more than Hallie, but we were going to get one more thing.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever had technically plastic surgery. I've had the chin lipo.
That is plastic surgery.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's not surgery, actually. It's a procedure. But regardless, I've done shit. Like, of course. Like, I have, like, Botox, like, whatever. I've never had...
We got a consult.
This scares me, but I want to do it. But I'm not going... I don't know.
This is still up in the air, okay? But we got a consult a couple weeks ago because we want to get upper blephs. If you're not familiar with that, it's like where they cut out the extra skin in your eyelids.
And I don't think it would make...
like you guys probably would never even notice, but like we would notice. And honestly, like this sounds so drama, but like eyeliner would be so much easier and it would eat much better.
Yeah, my eyeliner simply doesn't eat because
we both have hooded eyelids.
The wing, if you have hooded eyes, like you can't do a straight out wing, and so it's literally not a big deal. But and like. Love a little extra eyelid space.
Yes,
of course.
100%. Like it's a simple procedure. Like, and I do still want it, but I just know you bitches are gonna be so fucking mad at me for getting more plastic surgery. If I'm being honest, and like that's not a good reason for me not to do it. But also, I don't have time to do it right now, which is why I'm not. But I'm putting it out there. So if you see me getting more plastic surgery, like that is what it is. I'm also getting my eyebrow. I have a scar on my eyebrow from when I fell into a fireplace as a child. Fixed at the same time if I end up getting this, but I can't fit it into my schedule right now. Yeah. But like on a scale from 1 to 10, how mad would you guys be at me?
Just going into just testing the water here.
I just want to feel it out before I go into the knife again.
Like, am I getting canceled? I'm scared. That would be my like the chin lipo to me. Like that was the first like surgery I had. It's like a procedure. I was awake, but this is technically a procedure also.
Yeah, because you're not even asleep.
Because you're not asleep, so it's not like a nose job. It's
Which
like less.
nothing is wrong.
No, nothing's wrong with a nose job. I'm not coming at a nose job. I'm just saying you're not asleep out. It's less intensive and it's less scary.
Yeah, it's like less risk. There's like not risk.
That's what scares me the most is like the anesthesia. Just I don't know. And so you're not actually dealing with that. You're under local, so you have a sedative and you're numbed.
We were gonna get them the same day so that Kevin and Reed could take care of us at the same time.
And our schedules are usually pretty aligned.
But the thing is, like, we're not gonna not get something and like lie to you guys about it, you know. So
Yeah.
like, I'm just testing the waters with you guys right now.
I just am
I
scared
like
of-
plastic surgery.
I just like get so scared because on the off chance that something happens, like I'm such a worrier. I feel like you're more like, like you know
I trust the process.
I don't. Where I'm like, even though I trust my doctor, I think he's great. I'm like, what if something happens? That is my eyes. I'm like, you cannot get that back, and it just scares me.
I think
so
I'm
bad.
also just like so chill about it because like my mom, my grandma, and my grandpa have all had one.
I know it's a very simple thing. It's literally like cutting some skin and stitching it back. But I just get so scared. Like if you get a fucking botched eye, like oh my God. It's not like with anything. Even boobs. It feels to me like you can hide those
take
shit
them
under
out,
a
yeah.
shirt. Like you can wear like a turtleneck all the time and like nobody will really notice. And it's like it is what it is. Your face you cannot hide. Like, you know, it's not like you're ever.
It.
So it does scare me really bad with that. But I would ultimately, if I could just snap my fingers and have a little more upper eyelid space, I would love it. Lots of people we know have gotten them.
Like, I literally
Alexis Oakley, Lauren Lovelace both have the upper bluff. Peyton,
everyone in my family has it.
She has the lower, which is different. That's a little more invasive.
But
I don't know, you guys.
Honestly, like I just want to get it, but like I can't deal with more hate right now.
I don't think you would get hate, but like, I don't know.
People would be mad. I've had so much stuff done, but here's my thing. If I don't like something and I have the ability to change it, why would I not change it? Like my thing is, don't complain about things you tolerate. So that's
don't complain about things you tolerate. Get plastic surgery. That should be their headline. Oh my God.
I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt.
That's really funny.
But like, I also want a chin implant while we're testing the waters. I really do. I just like don't want to get yelled at. But my thing is like, I don't even really care about getting yelled at. I care more about people being like, you're making a bad impression on like young women. And I'm like, I'm not telling you to get it. I'm saying I wanted it, so I got it.
Yeah, I'm like looking at your jeans now. I'm like,
it could use more projection.
Honestly, I might.
Like, I know what I think. I know I would like it better. Like,
I feel like if you were gonna do the bluff, you should just like say.
I would get both. I would. I want to ask. And even Kevin's like, "Can you please stop getting stuff done?" I'm like, I like it. Like, I love it. I'm like about to be on my strange addictions for plastic surgery, but it makes me happier. And I don't think that I should have to get shit for that. It'd be one thing if I was like, you guys all are ugly, go see my surgeon, but I'm not saying that. So thanks for being here this week. It's been real as fuck, just like me. I'm so tired. I have to go take a nap. Bye.
I can't.